All right, Shalom. First of all, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to Yakim, out here pushing this word in sincerity, truth, and in faith. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners, for those of our people that very well may look exactly like the other nations, but their heritage goes back to the through their father's seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And shalom to the few sisters, the Akwak that's out here listening in all humility. All right, I have another lesson, and I'm going to entitle it, "Come Out of Her, that ye be not partakers of her sins." And that her is speaking about America, aka Babylon the Great. Okay, come out of her ways, out of her philosophies. Okay, because this place it's a cesspool of wickedness. Okay, everywhere you go is wickedness. Okay, everywhere. There's not a clean place here, other than unless you hang with brothers. You know, everything else is polluted. Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking to my right here. Edom. You know, Amalek is walking past, got his white shirt on, his black pants with his 4 tassels hanging on the side, and his yarmulke on, you know, perpetrating a fraud as if they're the people of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, when they're the wicked of the earth. Okay, deceiving the whole earth. All right, and everybody's supposed to be, you're supposed to be okay with that. You're not supposed to comment on that. You just let them do whatever it is they do. Okay, just let them do it. And no one can say anything. If you say anything about them, you're going to get canceled. They're going to call your job. They're going to find out where you work. And they're going to call and demand that you be terminated because you had something to say about them. Okay, who are the devil, Satan, okay, the adversary and the deceiver. Okay, but he has his time. He's come up to his time now. Now the Lord is putting curses on them. Okay, he's turning things right side up now. Things were upside down, but they're beginning to be turned right side up. Okay, so I'm not going to rant too long. I want to read Revelation 18. Okay, so this is Revelation 18:1. It says, "And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen." Okay, and this is speaking about this current Babylon here in the United States of America. It's there. Babylon the Great is fallen, and it's become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. And that's what I was just speaking of when I seen that devil walk past. Okay, and they be looking like, you know, like they're wholesome, you know, wear the dress attire, black dress pants, clean white shirt, black dress coat, suit coat, okay, and the yarmulke, and they have their hair curled on the side, wearing the 4 tassels on their sides, as if they're the people of the Lord, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. But when you hear about them, the Torah, the Bible, none of that ever comes out. Never comes out when they're mentioned. Keeping the Lord's commandments and statutes. None of that. All you hear about them is war. Okay, because they are not Hebrew Israelites. They are Hebrew Edomites. Okay? It says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Exactly. Because everything is shipped into this place. This is a consumer state. All right? The whole nation is consumer. Okay? It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Yeah, because the Lord is about to plague this place really bad. And the last plague is going to be those CBMs. Okay, 200,000 horsemen, as is written in Revelation. Okay, but it represents 200 million ICBM missile warheads. Okay, it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you. So payback is coming. Okay, everything that you Edomites, you Esau, Idumea, Teman, however you want to, Caucasian, however you want to pronounce yourself, Romans, Greeks, okay, Americans, however you want to set yourself up, whoever you want to set yourself up to be, you're going to get recompense for all the things you've done through history, and you do to this present day. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. So everything you've done, you're going to get it back double. In the cup which she has filled to her double. See? And y'all walking around here proud as if it's not going to be consequences and repercussion for your actions. Okay? As if you just get off scot-free. No one is going to check you. The Lord is going to check you and put you down and to drink of the cup. That cup, the same cup we drunk of. Okay? We drunk of that cup. Alright? It says, how much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. So all these nice things and nice time you've had, you know, having picnics and barbecues and roasting and lynching and eating us, okay, you're gonna get tormented for that, for all those nice times. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. That's what you think, but you're going to see sorrow. The scriptures, the Most High wrote about it. It's already written. All the sorrow it was written about us to go through. We went through it. So you're the same, you know, written in the book. We're written in the book, and you're written in the book too. Okay? It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai who judges her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her, when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Yeah, it's going to take 1 hour for the Lord to destroy this place completely, okay, and judge it and leave nothing standing, okay, leave nothing standing. It's going to be desolate, a desert, okay. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Yeah, exactly. It says, the merchandise of gold, silver, and precious stone, and of pearls, and fine linens, and purple, and silk, and scarlet, and all thine wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and of iron, and marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ornaments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beasts, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men. Okay, and that's still being sold unto this day. Okay, and the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Okay, so judgment is coming to this place. Okay, and all this folly and pomp, okay, it's gonna be taken down. Okay, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, alas, alas, that great city, that great slot, that was clothed in fine linen, and purple, and scarlet, and decked with gold, and precious stones, and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster, and all the company in ships, and sailors, and as many as traded by sea, stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Yeah, because they were getting rich. They getting rich from selling their products over here in America. Okay? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, hath avenged you on her. Okay? And that's what's going to happen. Y'all think y'all got away by putting our people in slavery, you know, having us build up this country, and then, you know, even on your plantations, we'll build up you a big mansion, and then in the back it'll be houses built of wood, just shacks in the back. Okay, no insulation. You could look through the floor and see the ground from the inside, while you're living in a mansion, heated. You know, you think you're not going to pay for that? You're going to pay for all of that. It says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. And that's what's going to happen when that nuclear war takes off, and when those nuclear ICBMs hit this place. It's going to be violent, man. The whole earth is going to shake. Okay, from the impact. All right, and nobody over here that's on this land over here is going to live to tell it, well, yeah, the bomb, they came, and you know, we was playing pool, and then we went underground, and you know, they had a fallout shelter. We went in there and stayed. No, none of that, man. Everybody over here is going to be done. Okay? It says, "In the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and of trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee, and no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee, and the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived." Yeah. Every nation is being deceived by the sorcery of this place, man. Okay. It says, "And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for thy sorceries were all nations deceived, and in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth." Yeah, that's why the Lord required that which is past, and He's going to get it. Okay, He's going to get that blood. He's going to avenge the prophets. Okay, and His people who they killed over here. Okay, it's gonna all be avenged by the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And the devil, Esau, Edom, they going into slavery, man. Okay, all these nations they're gonna go down to, they're gonna be held captive. Okay, to build up the kingdom of heaven. All right. But then after Esau is builds up the kingdom for 1,000 years, he's going to be put out of the earth. Excuse me, like he wants to do us. So come out of her. This is not our rest over here. Stop trying to be somebody over here. Be who you are. If you're a Hebrew Israelite, be who you are. You're a child of the Most High, and we're supposed to be keeping His ways, not the ways over here trying to be one of these damn savages. Okay, so I'm gonna end it right there. Lord willing, it was edifying. Until the next time, shalom.